Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning, San Antonio. It's 9 a.m. on your Saturday. It's November 1st. It's Dia de los Muertos. We have a lot of festivities happening across the city and beautiful weather for it.
Great weather. Now, I do have to put a little caveat on there. I would not be surprised if you happen to run into a brief shower today, but the chance for rain is only 20%. Otherwise, the weather is going to be gorgeous outside. It's chilly, though, to start our day. We are still in the 50s around San Antonio. It's 55 degrees. You can see closer to the coast, it's already in the 60s, 66 in Corpus Christi, 54 in New Braunfels, and 55 in Kerrville. Up in Austin this morning, there is a little bit of light rain. I think that's a great example of the kind of rain we could see today. Very light, quickly passing, all because of a front that is in North Texas right now. This front will be moving through San Antonio, but it's more of a dry front than it is a cold front. So as we look at our weekend forecast, yes, increasing clouds today. You'll notice a few more clouds in the afternoon, and a stray shower or a stray sprinkle is possible. High temperature of 75 today, so still a lovely day in spite of the small chance for rain. But then with that front moving through, totally dry tomorrow. Chilly in the 40s in the morning, afternoon right near 70 degrees. A gorgeous fall-like weekend to enjoy some time outdoors. Coming up, I'm going to show you a live look at the radar, that light rain in the Austin area, and we'll talk about our small chance for rain. Plus, we just got the pollen count in. You'll want to see that. I'll have those details coming up.
Sarah, thank you. A serious crash early this morning on East Evans Road has left 2 people injured, and police are investigating what went wrong. So early this morning, a gray Infiniti headed southeast on East Evans Road that crossed into the opposite lanes and crashed into a Ford F-150. The passenger, a 19-year-old woman, and the driver were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say the driver was not under the influence, but the reason for the crash is still unclear. And it was a violent Halloween night in San Antonio. 2 overnight shootings left several people injured while attending parties. So police say they responded to the first shooting last night around 10 p.m. When they arrived on scene, they found 2 victims with gunshot wounds. One man was shot 3 times in the leg, and the woman was grazed. This one happening near Vance Jackson and Highway 410. Police say they were walking up to a house for a Halloween party when they were shot by a suspect in a white sedan. So both victims were sent to the hospital. They are expected to be okay. Then about 2 hours later and 6 minutes away from that first shooting, this one occurring on Lee Hall Street, not far from Blanco Road. When police arrived, they said they found an 18-year-old woman who had been shot on her, who was shot on her legs, and she was sent to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries as well. However, while officers were investigating, they were alerted that 3 other people who were shot were found at different hospitals. They were all coming from the same Halloween party. Everyone is expected to be okay, and no arrests have been made. Well, we do have an update to a story we first brought you last night. A family of 3, including a 1-year-old child, is recovering after a serious accident on the south side last night. Police say 61-year-old Raul Trevino was parked on Monsanto Street when he got into his truck and accidentally hit the gas too hard. He struck a parked car that jumped a curb and hit the family that was on the sidewalk. So after that, he tried to drive away, hitting another parked car and a fence before officers caught him. The family was taken to the hospital with one adult suffering serious injuries, while the others had minor ones. Trevino was tested for intoxication and later booked. Police say this is an active investigation and details are still underway. Well, the head of the San Antonio's FBI field office has been fired. That's according to CNN. Aaron Tapp was named special agent in charge last year. Before that, Tapp served as the deputy assistant director in the FBI's criminal investigation division. So CNN says he had oversight of probes into President Donald Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election. One of those investigations focused on a fake elector scheme. In the last few weeks, Republican lawmakers have released records from that investigation. Now, KSAT has reached out to the FBI's San Antonio office for comment. We have not heard back. Tapp is a 22-year veteran of the FBI. Well, Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones made a big announcement that affects families who depend on SNAP benefits. The mayor says local businesses have raised more than $1.6 million to provide food for San Antonio families while these SNAP benefits are on pause. So eligible households will receive a $150 HEB gift card via the San Antonio Area Foundation. That's going to be distributed by Metro Health and City Human Services.
I know so many families, when they heard the news of those SNAP benefits being paused, were really worried about how they were going to make it through that next month. And so that's why I knew we had to act quickly.
So according to the mayor, the fund will help nearly 11,000 families. She said details on the distribution of the funds and eligibility will be announced next week. Well, this morning, SNAP benefits won't kick in for hundreds of thousands of families in San Antonio due to the government shutdown. Devin Karp is live over at the San Antonio Food Bank to see how they're stepping up to help. Good morning, Devin.
Hey, good morning, Sarah. Distribution's going to kick off here at 9:05, just coming up here real soon. There's about to be cars coming up and down, but none of it could happen without a lot of volunteers showing up to the San Antonio Food Bank. I'm here this morning with Emily. Good morning, Emily. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. So you guys brought a lot of kiddos to volunteer this morning behind us, right?
Yes, we did. We are from Our Lady Perpetual Help in Selma.
Oh, fantastic. Awesome. What made you guys want to come down this way and start doing some good for your community?
Yeah, so we are in preparation for confirmation. They'll get it next year, and so part of what we do is we get to come out and serve our community in the broader area and get to be generous with our time.
That's fantastic. How important is it to make sure, some of these kids, they're probably teenagers, looks like middle school, high school. How important is it that they are getting to understand community stewardship, helping out your neighbor pretty early on in their life?
Yeah, for sure. So part of the preparation is also recognizing how God has given us so much and how we get to be generous with that. So generous with our time, generous with our resources, all of that. And so showing them that they can do it, in high school, like as young people, like they can do that. And so that's a really important part of their preparation.
Awesome. Fantastic. I think we're doing good. Thank you so much, Emily, for being here with all these kiddos. We appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
All right, so if you guys at home need any assistance from the San Antonio Food Bank, you can go onto their website or you can visit KSAT.com where we've got that link up and available for you. You can check out all the times for food distributions. This one is fully registered, ready to go. As you can see, look, we've got some of our first cars coming through. If you want to show up for any of the later ones, there's happening today from 2 to 4, but you can always go online or call to find out when the best time is to get help if you need it here in San Antonio. For now, I'll send it back to you guys. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Good to see all of those volunteers out there, Devin. Thank you. Another person helping out, comedian Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias, is giving San Antonio fans more than laughs this weekend. He's turning his show into a food drive for a good cause. So Sunday morning from 10 to noon, you can drop off canned goods at the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club. That's off the Loop 410. 5 cans gets you a wristband to his 3 p.m. show. 2 cans gets you 2, and so forth. So no tickets are being sold for this event. It's first come, first serve for the first 350 people who donate. Fluffy says you can expect to see a few special guests as well. Well, this morning, the FBI says the September attack on a Michigan Mormon church was a targeted act of violence. So Thomas Sanford, he's a former Marine and Iraq war veteran, drove his car through the front door of the church on Grand Blanc on September 28th. 4 people were killed and 9 were injured. The FBI believes Sanford was motivated by anti-religious beliefs against the Mormon community. Sanford died in a shootout with police. We're going to keep following this story as it develops. We have an important programming note to pass along. The TV provider YouTube TV and our affiliate network ABC, they are in a contract dispute. That's why ABC programming is off of YouTube TV for now. It'll be that way until a deal is reached, which includes all ABC programming. Important to note, KSAT 12 is an affiliate of ABC and it does not have any say in this matter. All our newscasts continue to be streamed on KSAT Plus app and on your smart TV or mobile device. If you watch KSAT 12 on something other than YouTube TV, you are not affected. This also does not affect any clips or shows from KSAT 12 that you can watch on YouTube. As negotiations continue, we will continue to keep you informed. It's 9:10 and 55 degrees outside. So we're fast approaching Election Day in Bexar County. What you need to know about the option to fund technical schools. We'll be right back.
It is a beautiful start to our weekend, and generally the weather today is going to be good, but there is a very small chance for rain that I want to keep you posted about. I'll have those details after the break.
Taking a look outside with TransGuide. Beautiful morning. Not a lot of big backups or traffic on the roads right now, but of course, if we see any, we'll let you know. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are just days away from the November 4th election. Early voting numbers are in. A total of 143,499 of you voted this week. And just a reminder that on November 4th, voting centers will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., where voters will get to decide on 2 propositions related to San Antonio. So the San Antonio Spurs potential move to a downtown arena will be on the ballot for Prop B, and Texas voters are also voting on 17 constitutional amendments. All right, as student loan debt rises, and the prestige of a college degree isn't what it used to be, some families are looking to trade schools as an alternative option for a profitable career. Our Devin Karp takes a look at one option on your November ballot to fund Texas state technical colleges and why some supporters of Proposition 1 are revved up.
Turning a one-team operation to a bay full of cars to work on has always been a dream for Larson's Automotive.
It's been a journey. We have overcome some challenges as any small business.
The business is still growing and looking to get even bigger, but you can't do that without people.
Technicians are coming in who, just want to learn, but may not have that background, that training. But it is challenging to find technicians. It is a shortage in the workforce right now.
And it's far from just a challenge in Texas. It's a problem nationwide, says this shop owner from New Jersey.
Nobody comes out of school or is born wanting to be an auto mechanic anymore. So it's definitely a different type of individual, and they need training. And this car now's got more computers than the first space shuttle had on it. So how do they learn to do that?
Now Proposition 1 on the Texas ballot aims to help that, providing additional funding to the Texas State Technical College system. 11 campuses across the state that give certifications or degrees in things like HVAC, welding, and auto repair, all with the guarantee that if you don't get your job offer 6 months after graduating, you get your money back.
That's only going to help our community. It's only going to rise our disposable income. It's only going to make more life-altering availability happen.
Here in Seguin, this cornfield is set to become the newest campus in the TSTC system. Something Mayor Donna Dodgen thinks won't only help her town, it'll help San Antonio, too.
It's going to take people out of poverty, allow them to invest in homes, allow them to invest in their children's future without a whole lot of debt, which is phenomenal.
Back here at Larson's, this team says they'll take any chance they get to grow their workforce, and that more trained technicians coming out of school means faster services for customers.
That would be such a benefit. Yes, it would be a great help. We, talk about building our bench, having that insight for individuals, technicians who can come in when we are needing, and that bench is zero.
Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Trade schools are important.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So here's the thing. We got the pond count in, Sarah, and it's a good news, okay? So yesterday molds were moderate, and now they are low at 370. So with molds being low, that is good news. We can enjoy the very pleasant weather without having to worry too much about allergies. All right, I'm showing you the authority radar here because I want you to take a look up near the Austin area. There is some light rain falling in the Austin area, but these showers are very quickly moving, very light. A lot of this rain is not even making it to the ground. It's evaporating before it hits the ground. So this is not plan canceling rain. All right, this is just kind of wow factor stuff like, oh, a few drops of rain just fell at my house. So do not cancel your outdoor plans today. Our chance for rain in San Antonio is low. And not until the afternoon. Otherwise, it's cool. It's 55 degrees in San Antonio, 51 in Bulverde, 48 still in Bernie, and 57 in Kerrville. Good morning, Poteet, 57 degrees in your backyard. Take a look at temperatures across the nation, though. Much colder near the Rockies. Temperatures well below freezing. There is a cold front that is moving through North Texas. This front, though, is not necessarily going to make us a lot colder. Instead, it's more like a dry front. It's bringing in even drier air from the north. So what we're going to see as we look at the futurecast here is a chance for a few spotty showers as that front approaches in the afternoon and evening hours. Very low chance, 20%. If you get a shower, it would be very quick, on its way, and you'll be able to enjoy the rest of your day. And then we're going to see very dry air moving in behind that chance for rain this evening. So walking you through your KSAT 12-hour forecast, partly cloudy skies by noon. So you're going to notice those clouds increasing. And then in the afternoon, there's that 20% chance for a stray shower, a high of 75. So a gorgeous day in spite of the small chance for rain. And then tonight, skies are going to clear and we're quickly going to cool. In fact, by tomorrow morning, we're going to be in the 40s. So we'll be at 75 today for the high, and then by tomorrow morning in the 40s. So another chilly start to our day tomorrow for your Sunday. And then in the week ahead, the subtle changes are going to be there. Much drier tomorrow and Monday, and then still pleasant, but slightly higher humidity in the week ahead. And where you'll notice that is in the mornings. So the mornings are not going to be as chilly. We're going to be closer to 60 degrees in the mornings with afternoons near 80 degrees. Hey, don't forget, we gain an hour in the overnight hours. I'll be back in the next half hour to talk about how that'll impact our sunrise and sunset times. We'll be back with more news after the break.
Welcome back. With the cooler temps here, that means firing up the heater. Oh, I did that this week, or maybe the fireplace. So it's a good time to take those few steps to keep your family safe this winter. The HVAC technicians say make sure smoke and carbon monoxide detectors are working, change the batteries, and if you change out your air filter once a month, they can help your HVAC system not overwork itself. In South Texas, we don't use our heaters often, so there are things you need to look out for when kicking on the heat for the first time in several months.
This time of year, when things start to cool down, what are some of the more common calls that you guys experience?
Some of the most common calls is a smell, an odd smell.
Can you describe it? What would be odd?
I would say a burning smell, something that smells out of the ordinary. So if it didn't smell like that in the past.
So Cowboys AC and Heating explains a small burning smell to start is common. Okay, that happened to me. But says if the burning smells last longer than 24 hours, you should turn it off and turn off the heat and get your HVAC system looked at. Other things to be vigilant of is the smell of gas. If there is any smoke and unusual sounds or rattling, they also recommend getting your HVAC system checked twice a year just to be on the safe side. He says once in the spring and once in the winter is the best practice. 9:27, 55 degrees. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's 9:30 in the morning. It is 55 degrees on this Saturday morning on November 1st, Sarah.
A little chilly.
Finally feeling like fall.
Absolutely. And last night was perfect. For trick-or-treating.
Perfect.
You went trick-or-treating with your
did.
daughter Dottie. Here's some KSAT Connect pictures.
Yeah, we were bumblebees. This is her first Halloween. She's 8 months old.
Oh,
and
I
my
love
husband was our beekeeper.
Well, that makes sense. And then this was me and my son Everett and my husband Michael. They were matching astronauts. I did not catch the memo, so I just was a cat. But hey, that's cool.
It's cute.
And then, of course, we've got other pictures sent in of these cute little
dogs.
pets. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Hilarious. So thank you to everybody who is continuing to send in pictures to KSAT Connect. We love to see them. I love this little Wednesday Addams.
So cute.
So cute, everybody. All right, it is a cool start to our Saturday. We are starting off in the 50s right now, 55 in San Antonio, 47 in Comfort, 50 in Bernie. Good morning, Bulverde. It's 52 degrees, but today is going to be comfortable. We're already about 10 degrees warmer than how we started off the day yesterday, so keep that in mind. We're going to be a little bit more warmer and comfortable today for a lot of folks. There are some areas of light rain showers from Dallas down toward the Boston area. This is a great example of the kind of rain we could see today. Small rain chance, and it would only be fleeting. A moment of brief showers and then it's out of here. So don't let that cancel your plans outdoors. 75 for the high today. And then tomorrow we start off at 49 with a high of 73. Sunny and nice for us on our Sunday. I'll be back with a more in-depth look at the radar and that small rain chance today coming up in just a bit. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. Well, this morning, hundreds of thousands of families in San Antonio won't get their SNAP benefits because of the government shutdown. Our Devin Karp is live at the San Antonio Food Bank to show how they're stepping up to help. It's been an incredibly busy time for the food bank, Devin.
Yeah, Sarah, the line goes all the way around the food bank over here, but they've got everything pretty scheduled so far, moving cars in and out, getting them through the line behind us pretty quickly and trying to help as many families as they can. I'm joined here by Michael with the San Antonio Food Bank. Good morning.
Hey, Devin, good morning.
Hey, so I was seeing one thing that y'all were doing is you were asking people that were coming through, is the government shutdown affecting you? What have you heard from some of the people coming through so far?
All but just a few have been affected. So we're definitely seeing the stress of families who maybe have missed a paycheck, and then all of those whose SNAP benefits are being delayed. So yeah, this line is full of those people.
It's also full of volunteers showing up, giving their own time. We've seen some, students from churches, students from Trinity University coming through as well. What are some of the best ways if anybody at home may not be affected by this, but they want to volunteer? How can they step in to help out?
Yeah, thank you. All around the country today, in fact, the Houston, Texas Stadium today is doing a big distribution with 1,000 volunteers also supporting here in San Antonio. We have volunteers in 2 shifts, 2 different places on site, as well as in mobile distributions across the city. So it's really awesome. But our website's the best place to go. I know we have such a generous community. We want to make sure it's easy for people to sign up. And, they might say, okay, I'm going to go do it right now. But there's lots of opportunities, mornings, afternoons, a couple evenings, as well as Saturdays to give back to the community.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for letting us be here, Michael. All the work y'all are doing to help out the community. We're going to cover it all morning long here and have some more coming up. Stories from volunteers and families who are going through this line right here of cars. That'll be coming up later on here at KSAT and on KSAT.com. If you or a loved one need help, you can go to our website. We've got links there to show you some of the best places you can get food distributions all across town. For now, I'll send it back to y'all, Sarah. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Devin, thank you. And the help doesn't stop there. So if you know someone who has been impacted, we can go to our website, KSAT.com, and it's going to help out. We have all the links there like we talked about for all of that help. All right, switching gears, conflict between kids at school happens, but keeping it from turning violent is what matters most. In Bexar County, a program called AIM Peer Mediation is teaching kids as young as 3rd grade how to calm things down and solve problems on their own. These skills can not just help them now, but for the rest of their lives. Our Courtney Friedman got to see that program in action.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle, the lead mediator, and this is Cookie, my co-mediator.
Please tell us what happened and how this problem is making you feel.
I was so mad I broke the pencil, and it's making me feel frustrated.
It made me feel like I couldn't trust him, kind of.
You are watching 4th graders at Oak Meadows Elementary role play conflict resolution. It's part of their training as peer mediators.
Michael, do you agree with Arden's idea? If you do you think it'll fix the problem?
Yes, I do.
Arden, do you agree with Michael's idea? And if you do you think it will fix the problem?
Yes.
The group is called the Peace Kids, and the training comes from a Bexar County program called AIM Peer Mediation.
Peer mediation training is a lot of communication skills. So I usually start with the 5 different types of responses to conflict.
Amy Halstead is the AIM program director, traveling from school to school, teaching groups how to mediate without offering solutions or giving advice.
How can you ask the same thing but in open-ended way so that the disputants get to use their own words to answer?
It's typically used to stop small disagreements or friendship issues from growing.
Students can understand another student's perspective and point of view better than any adult could.
They feel like they have to listen to what the adult says, but with peers, they don't feel so stressed about it and stuff, so that's good.
Oak Meadows 4th grader Grace O'Connell is one of the Peace Kids mediators that meets every Monday to practice.
If kids need us, then they will take a form from their teachers, and we just talk with the kids, see what the problem is, and we ask them, how do you think you can fix it?
Oak Meadows counselor Melanie Jackson oversees the Peace Kids.
So right now we have about 12 mediators, and then in mid-year we'll have third graders join. So we have third, fourth, and fifth, and then they get to be kind of the lead mediators as they get older.
She even sees them helping with conflicts at recess and knows that will continue for life.
How do you think this is going to help you guys when you grow up?
It'll teach us to be understanding and to help other people and ourselves and help keep us calm.
Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Courtney. And, if you are looking for this program to come to your school, just head to ksat.com and we have all that information how you can reach that program. All right. It is 9:37 and 55 degrees. Coming up on GMSA, it is Dia de los Muertos. So what if you could step inside a 300-year tradition in San Antonio? After the break, how you can do that when the city opens up its first archives museum today.
Outside with Live Cam, we are starting off sunny, but look at that. The clouds are increasing as we speak. Those clouds have a very small chance of producing some rain today. I'll tell you what you need to know for your weekend and a look back at one of our hottest Octobers ever coming up.
Well, 300 years of the city of San Antonio's history, that's what you will find at the very first Municipal Archives Museum. And it's officially open today. The museum is located on South Santa Rosa Street. Most people know the building as the place for the city's vital records, where you could pick up a copy of your birth certificate. But the building also has city archives. With this new museum, San Antonio can now showcase its city's rich history to the general public. Our Stephanie Cerna went to go check it out.
Kind of starts here with the early settlement, and then it goes in a timeline.
It's a chance to look at the city's preserved documents and artifacts that date all the way back to the 1700s, even photographs that have been collected through the years to present day, all here at San Antonio's first Municipal Archives Museum.
This museum will actually go all the way back before the city was founded to the indigenous population that was here, and Presidio soldiers, and then with the Canary Islanders who actually started and founded our city in 1731.
I mean, in this room there's 300 years worth of artifacts and papers. Tell us about that.
Right, and so as the official record keeper of the city, all city clerks, beginning back when our city was founded, have been keeping these records. So we have records that go back to written in Spanish when we were part of Spain, and the different parts of history of our city.
The museum also showcases this collection with some of the gifts that San Antonio has received from sister cities over the years.
This is our sister cities collection here.
That is cool.
The gifts from our cities in Asia. We have a sister city in China, Japan, Korea. We have 11 sister cities.
2022 bond money was used to get the museum up and running, giving visitors access to historic documents like a letter that was found in San Antonio written by Santa Anna, and different maps of the city from different time periods.
This is a map of the Alamo grounds. One of the original plats showing what the Alamo grounds was like. It's really great for us to keep the history so that people will know, where did our city begin and how have we progressed over the years, what kind of major milestones, what things happened.
Stephanie Cerna, KSAT 12 News.
All right, so
that sounds like my museum. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Sarah's a big
I was nerding out. I love history.
Okay, so the museum opens about 15 minutes at 10 a.m. with a special ribbon cutting.
Cool.
It's free, open to the public, by appointment only during the weekdays. So to schedule a visit or learn more, you can check out the story on ksat.com.
That's awesome. Let's talk about weather history now in San Antonio. Yes, exciting. Okay, so this October, every single day, with the exception of the last 3 days of October, was hotter than average. We hit a record of 91 on the 28th. And then we got that cool front to the rescue, which allowed for our highs to only be in the 60s and 70s the last 3 days. That being said, even though we ended October on the cool side, this October is going to go down as our 3rd hottest October ever in San Antonio's history and dates back to the 1880s. So impressive to see. If we didn't have that cool front at the end of the month there, it would have been our hottest October by a landslide. So we were saved by a cool front. So what can we expect in November? Well, today our average high is 77 with an average low of 55. We're going to kind of be right around average. By the end of the month, our average high slips into the 60s and our average low sits at about 45 degrees. So we cool down throughout the month, and usually we see about 2 inches of rain. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how much rain we see. That is an average rather than what happens definitely every month. So we'll keep you posted. As far as our rain chances go this week, not looking great. Really, there's just a small 20% chance for a stray shower today, and then the tap turns off for the week ahead, and we end up with a pretty dry forecast. Right now, we have got some very light rain moving through the Austin metro area down to San Marcos. Look how quick these showers are moving. People underneath these showers really only experienced rain for a couple of minutes, and then it was out of there. I think this is a great example of the kind of rain we could see today. Not a guarantee, but very light and quickly passing showers, all because of a cool front to our north. This front is going to bring in some even drier air in from the north. But what we're dealing with right now on the south side of this front is a little bit of moisture coming in from the Gulf. It's not enough to really feel, but it is enough to maybe squeeze out a couple of raindrops. And so as we look at the future cast, I want to walk you through this. By the midday hours, you'll really start to notice increasing clouds. And then in the afternoon, 1 or 2 spotty downpours, very quick moving showers that you should not cancel those outdoor plans, because as I mentioned, you might experience rain for a couple of minutes and then that rain will be out of here and we're going to have that very dry air filtering in, and we're going to start tomorrow on the chilly side. So just some quick passing showers in San Antonio, but if you have friends and family in the Rio Grande Valley, the RGV, let them know that there is a risk for some hail today. They should pay very close attention to the weather, but again, for us, just a couple of very light passing showers. Looking at your KSAT 12-hour forecast by noon, again, we are going to be in the upper 60s, seeing some increase in cloud cover, and then in the afternoon, 75 for the high, a small chance for a stray shower under mostly cloudy skies. Then overnight, it's going to get chilly once again, and by tomorrow morning, we're going to be even cooler than we were this morning. So morning tomorrow in the 40s, right around 49 in San Antonio, low 40s in the hill country. No freezes though for us. So taking a look at that 7-day forecast, again tomorrow starting off at 49, heating up to 73, a gorgeous sunny day. The biggest thing you'll notice in the week ahead is a gradual warm up. By Wednesday, Thursday, our morning lows are going to be nearer to 60 degrees, so not necessarily chilly in the morning. Afternoons will be in the 80s, still lovely, but a little bit warmer. And don't forget, we gain an hour overnight as daylight saving time comes to an end. So this morning, the sunrise was at 7:47. Tomorrow morning, it'll be an hour earlier at 6:48. And then tonight, the sun's going to set around 6:47. And tomorrow, the sun will set before 6 p.m. So getting darker earlier in the day, getting lighter earlier in the day as well. And working the weekend overnight shift, we get an extra hour of sleep, Sarah.
Woo!
I know, that's a small victory right there.
Hey, it looks great though.
Yeah, good weather.
Thanks, Sarah. 9:51, 55 degrees. Coming up, a Kentucky vet clinic manager created a beautiful Day of the Dead altar to honor pets, and it went viral after the break. See the touching tribute that have pet lovers talking. Let's take a look outside with Trans Guide. Not seeing any big backups, incidents, or closures right now across the city. If we do, we will let you know first. We'll be right back.